Hey guys, Happy New Year. Tony Hill, Making Sense of Credit. Welcome. If this is your first time, thank you for being here with me. And if you follow me or you're a subscriber, thanks for being one of my subscribers. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I've just been doing this thing for a short period of time, and this is all new to me. But once again, the content that I'm bringing you is not new to me, so hopefully you'll get some great content from me, and that can help you in your everyday life. Also, too, before I get going, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends and family. Also, comment, good or bad, doesn't matter. It's just going to help me. And then also subscribe to my channel, and then hit that little bell so you can get new content. But and also, too, one other thing. If you watch some of my previous videos, stay with me to the end because I'll have a great credit hack for you at the end. So it'll be worth your while to stay with me through this video. Also, too, I'm going to do 3 videos in a row. I'm going to do more, but this is kind of like I know all you guys have made New Year's resolutions, and I just kind of figured that I will make some videos around it. So I'm going to start with credit repair, my first video, then I'll do small business, and then finish up with mortgages, because I know everyone wants to get a new home if they're renting this year, or maybe you just want to refinance, whatever the case may be. And then I know a lot of people talk about starting a business, which I think we all should have a small business of some sort. So with that, let me dive right in. Let's talk about credit repair. First of all, if you don't have them, you need to get all 3 credit bureaus. Transunion, Experian, and Equifax. Easiest way to do that is to go to annualcreditreport.com. That's the government site, and they're free. All 3 credit reports. Also, too, you could go to some of the other sites like Credit Karma. You can get your Equifax Transunion score. And there's other sites you can do. But you know what? Make sure you go to the free ones. Do not go to freeannualcreditreport.com because they're going to ask you for a credit card. You don't need to go to that site. Also, too, when you're going to do that, make sure you're aware of, and I know a lot of people aren't aware of this, when you go to get your credit reports, they're going to ask you pertinent information only you know, maybe like an old address from 4 or 5 years ago, an old account, an old car loan. So if you have some old documents, or maybe you can get something that that prepares you, that they're going to ask you pertinent information that only you will know. And if you don't know, what will happen is they'll lock you out of the site, and then they'll give you a number to call. You don't want to do that. So make sure you're prepared when you call them to get your credit reports. So once you got your reports, and I know you'll get them, Then what you do, and I would also suggest, before I get going on that, I would also suggest get your credit scores. Know what they are. You'll see a lot of different advertisement on sites where they'll say free credit scores, but most of those are TransUnion, opting you into something else. But I would say, and my favorite is Experian.com. If you follow me on my other previous videos, I'm a big fan of Experian. I'm not an affiliate. I get no money from them, but it's one of the ones that I use, and I have 100% of my clients sign up with them before I take them on as clients. So or if you have something else, I will take you on as clients too. But I would say Experian.com is easiest. They have a 30-day free trial. Go on, get a free Experian report and free score. And then also, too, in the meantime, with those 30 days, you can dispute any inaccuracies that you have. And I will share a couple of credit hacks about that. But also, too, once again, stay with me to the end because I'm going to have an incredible credit hack that none of these credit experts will tell you about. So, but getting back, once again, get your credit scores, whether it was Experian, My FICO, and then also, too, get your FICO scores. Remember that, or if you don't know, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, all these other sites, they use what they call Advantage 3.0. You want FICO scores. 85 to 90% of the banks, which they say use FICO scores. I say 100 because I don't know of any other lenders that use the alternative scores like Advantage 3.0. If you do, email me at tony@makingsenseofcredit.com. But back to the FICO scores. On Experian.com, you can get your free Experian report. Then there's a section you can opt into getting your Equifax and Transunion score. I really suggest that you do that, really, so you can have all three FICO scores before you start your credit repair process. Okay? Also, let's get into the credit repair process. There are many different things, and I know you're probably confused. If you started to look and say, I want to repair my credit, there's many different credit repair companies, 609, all of these different things. Well, I always say there's no one size that fit all. There's different ways to repair your credit. And I just want to dispel one thing that I see other experts have mentioned on their YouTube videos is that, never go to repair your credit online. And I would say that's not the case. I am a huge fan of repairing your credit online because it's quick and it's done very efficiently. So I want to dispel that. You can certainly dispute information online. Let me just start by saying that my favorite one to use is Experian. And the difference is that, look, if you're disputing something that's accurate, there are other ways, via 609, Fair Credit Reporting Act, which states that you need the credit bureaus need a hard copy. And once again, you can research this. They need a hard copy from the lender or whoever the creditor is that's reporting the negative information on you. So that's what they're talking about when it comes to the 609. There's a loophole with the Fair Credit Reporting Act that you can use. And actually, you know what? And I bought some of those. Some of those are $9, $19, and I've experimented with them and used them. But I've been doing this for 35 years. They have no difference from what I've been doing for the last 35 years. The only thing to do is to start and to go down that road to start a dispute and then figure out what's the best thing for you to use. My recommendation is 609 is good, but the only thing is instead of using those, the ones that are already pre-done for you, handwrite yours. If you're gonna go that route, if you're gonna go to the mail route, then go that route, handwrite them. A lot more effective. But once again, getting back to Experian, you can go to Experian.com. Once you get your report, you get your scores, go there. They have a dispute center. Find a dispute center at the bottom of the site. You can actually go on Experian and dispute that inaccurate thing that's negative item that's on your account. And typically, I tell you, Experian, incredible. I've disputed some of those this past year, and I've seen them come off as quick as 24 hours. And probably the most time I've seen, the longest period of time I've seen is 10 to 15 days, which they have 30 days to get back to you with your dispute. And so they're doing them. They have 30 days, but they're getting back between 24 hours and 10 to 15 days. It's incredible. So if there's an inaccuracy that you have, you can certainly most do that online with Experian. And then you also, you can't do your dispute from the Experian site. You have to go to each individual site. So you can go to Equifax, which has the same process. Go to Equifax.com. They have a dispute section. Dispute that information. And then make sure you write down on all of these, make sure you write down your confirmation number that they give you at the end. Transunion, same thing. You can go to Transunion and dispute online something that's inaccurate, and you know it's inaccurate. Dispute that. Once again, I wouldn't recommend disputing something that you know that's yours. That's my only thing online. So then you may want to go down the 609 route. But otherwise, I would say disputing online is quick, it's easy, and it's efficient. Other thing, once again, get into the 609, which is, they have the pre-selected letters that you can get. I've seen them as $9.95, $19.95 and as much as $29.95. You can certainly most get those, and I've experimented and bought some of them, purchased some of those myself, and checked them out. Some work, some don't work. I had a young man call me the other day from Connecticut, and he had been through he did the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4 letters, and he was on his 5th letter, and he hadn't got any resolution from Experian, because Experian, whether you notice or not, is one of the tougher ones to get anything deleted from. But once again, and I just gave him some other information that he could use. And then also I think he may sign up with me, because once again, I do this for a living. So you can hire me if you want an expert to do it, your credit repair. You can just email me at tony@makingsenseofcredit.com. I do personal and small business credit consulting and coaching. And once again, I don't charge for the credit repair. The credit repair is free, but if you sign up for one of my services, that service lasts for 6 months. And once again, I do the credit repair for free. And also I can delete items on your business credit. So you can do that. Moving on, but once you've got the reports, you know what to dispute, whether it's accurate inaccuracy or something you just want gone, whether it be a collection item or an item that's sitting there that's killing your scores. Once again, you can go to 609 route, because they have to give you something that's a hard document. And believe me, the credit bureaus are going to fight you tooth and nail, because you know what? It's a lot of work to them to actually investigate it and to do what they need to do. So they just going to automatically, then they're going to try to discourage you from continuing on. Don't be discouraged. Send your 1, 2, 3, 4 letters in, and even 5. And if you don't get any resolution, then look for the alternatives. And once again, you can certainly call me. So moving on, once again, so you have the online you could do, you have the 609s you can do, you can look, and before I even started using 609 years ago, and I've been doing this for 30 plus years, you could, if you write out something that's inaccurate or you believe to be inaccurate, once again, it could be one little thing in that report and they would have to delete it. So once again, don't give up, keep going, don't stop, do what you need to do, because this is your year 2019 and I know you're gonna make it happen. Now, I promise you that one little credit hack, so here it is. And hopefully you guys are still with me to the end of this video. But here's one thing that maybe you may or may not know. I'm thinking majority of you guys don't know this, and a lot of credit experts don't share it, because this is how they make their money. This is how we make our money, and I get that. But the thing that you can do, first of all, you can do all your credit repair yourself. If you can't do it, look, I know some people are not internet savvy, or they're not, they don't have time to write letters and go down this whole credit repair bit. There's a lot of great credit repair companies out there. When I started years ago, everybody told me it was a scam. And I started back in 1988, 89. So I know. But here's one thing you may or may not know. Before you dispute anything, I would call each item that is negative. And because once you call them, you may find out that they no longer have that item. If they don't have that item, you already know it's going to be deleted, right? So that's when you dispute it. So once again, dispute it online, 609, whatever the case may be. If you know that whoever has that account, the negative account, may no longer have it, it's going to get deleted. So just wanted to drop that to you. Great credit hack for you to know before you go down that road. You'll have that in your hand, because you'll know it'll get deleted. But until next time, follow me on my next video. I'm going to be talking about small businesses. So, and then after that, I'm going to be talking about mortgages. So until next time, Tony Hill, Making Sense of Credit, signing off. We'll see you next time. All right. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.